Good morning, Flosstube. It is Tuesday, February 15th. I am Helen D. Emmy is in the kitchen, so she might come join us and drink out of my water today. We'll see. I hope everyone is doing well. It is sunny today here and 8 degrees. We had 50, I think, on Saturday, and then this morning I woke up and it was 7. So a little bit of a warm up. It was enough to chip the ice out, which had built up. And now we're back to cold. It's still February. We have 2 months to go. Thank you, first of all, for everyone who commented and left such nice things, nice comments on my last video, which was my 100th video. Kind of a fun milestone video. So now we are at 101. I've got stuff to show, stuff to talk about, so we'll just launch in. We haven't been doing much. It's just been school and snowstorms. Next week is school vacation, so he goes all of this week and then we're off for a week. Maine and New England, I know other parts of the state don't, but we have a week off in February and then a week off in April. I know some places just have a week off in March. We have the 2 weeks. I believe, I've been told, and I don't know if this is true, that from way back, we did it this way because February is typically one of the coldest months, and that way the schools were able to not heat for a week and really cut down on, way back, wood burning, oil usage, just as kind of a way to save a little money in the coldest part of the year. Is that true? I don't know. That's what I tell myself. No complaints here. My son he's ready for a break. This is the first year. He loves school, and then when everything shut down, it was difficult. School was hard. So he's back, they're back full time this year, and it's middle school and there's work. And he's not used to work. So he's like, when do we get a break? I'm ready for a break. So next week we get a break. We have 0 plans. Yeah. And I had a birthday. So my birthday was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, the 13th. Carla from Cobweb Corner, she's my almost birthday twin. Her birthday is Valentine's Day, so that's always fun. All right, so we will launch into what I have in front of me. I fully finished one thing this week, but it's a gift and I can't show you quite yet. So I will take a little video of it so that I can show you at some point. I thought I had no finished objects, no FOs, but I remembered one. So I pulled out last weekend. I don't know when I pulled it out. And I have the digital chart, however, it was one of the giveaways. Oology by Satsumi Street. This came out last year at the Spring Expo, and I bought it as the PDF so I could start it immediately, and I got one done. So I did, last year I had done this one, and these are full coverage. They're smallish, but they're full coverage. So then this week, or last week, I did number 2. This one's background was like a light, I think it was 712, so it's like a creamy. So I have 2 more of those to go. The purple one and the blue one. And I just did them in order. I don't know which one is 3 and which one is 4, but whatever one is labeled that, it will be the next one I pick up. They're all DMC. I did mine on a 14 count Picture This Plus Helix. It's a really, really light gray. You don't need to do these on a fancy fabric because they're full coverage, but I really like that Picture This Plus is very floppy, so that when I go to finish them as an egg, I think they'll pull nicely. I think they'll be easier to work with. So I had one finish. Then I have whips. I have quite a few whips. and a few new starts mixed in. So first of all is the project that I'm working on every Monday and Tuesday. This is Far Away Times by Pick Stitch. It's in my Q-Snap because I will work on it again today. So it's half a clock face. There's the first character above kind of the arm. So that one is done. I finished Frog, and now I'm down here on, I believe his name is Magus. So I'm working away on that. This is a 16 count mystery fabric that I got from my sister. I think it's a Mystic, but I'm not sure. So I work on it Monday and Tuesday. That way it gets a little love every week. I'm hoping for like a mid-year finish. We'll see. This one I have on Pattern Keeper, and it says I am at 35%. So that's fine. I really like crossing it off and seeing like, ooh, I'm getting closer. So that will get more love today. I don't even know what's in these bags. Oh, this one is a new start. Let me pull it up for you because it's squashed in my Q-Snap. So I wanted something different. The Valentine one I was working on, the Biscornu, I've kind of tucked away. There was no way it was going to get done before Valentine's Day. So I'm like, well, I'll tuck that one away for next year. And I wanted to pull something else out that it was car friendly. We have tennis 3 nights a week. I spend a lot of time in the car. So I pulled out another of Doreen Jones' Pendibules. I did one of these at Christmas. And this one is a Halloween one. And it's called Halloween Crow. Crow Halloween. So it's a crow. The back has a different image on it. Here's the back. So when I am done with this, I will do a tutorial because I had a lot of people ask me on the Christmas one I did, oh, can you show us a tutorial? Yes, yes I will. And it stitches up quick, so. So I'm doing mine on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha because when I did my last one, it was kind of small and I wanted it a little bigger. So the way you do these is you stitch it, it's a square, and then the other half is here, and then you kind of turn it on the point, fold it in half, sew up the sides, and kind of bend these parts in. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna do it on the 25 count, so that way it will be a little more substantial. So I am using 3 strands of DMC 310. Typically I don't on 25, I've only used 2, but this one was black, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna use 3. And that way it will really show up. So that's what I've been working on in the car. Like I said, that should go pretty fast. Oh, good. I thought I hadn't. Oh, I didn't. I don't have time to edit today. I'll show you a picture. I worked on my fox chart from Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is how far I'm at. So I finished all the fox but the tail. I got the trees done. And then I filled in where the little, there's a cabin. I decided I wanted just snowflakes. So I put just some snowflakes in there. I'm sorry, that one is still upstairs. I thought I had that bag. That one again, it's a winter piece. I'm feeling like I need to get moving on some spring pieces, so I tucked it aside. The next time I pull that one out, I should be able to get it done. The trees, surprisingly, take a long time. That one I'm stitching on Picture This Plus Mirage, 16 count. Mirage is the called for color. I think the model is on a 40 count, but I did the math and a 16 count should fit in an 8x10 frame. Fingers crossed. So I pulled out for spring to work on some spring stitching. Let's Talk Spring from Hands On Design. And I'm doing that little round one. I've collected all of these and I really, really want to do those small ones. And then someone on Instagram posted their finish in this pedestal frame and it's adorable. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have that frame. I bought it at Joann's like 4 years ago. So I can finally use my pedestal frame once I get them done. So there's my first one. I did have to use an 18 count in order to get them to the right size for the frame. So 18 count black, all the DMC except the white, I did grab a sulky. 2 strands on the 18 count is a little tight, but it's small, so I'll get through. So that one is, I'm plugging away, and I had to take it off the Q-snap because I only have a couple small Q-snaps, and I needed it for my berry start. So I finally, after talking about them for weeks and weeks, I finally started my spring berries. So these are the Erica Michaels Spring Berries. This is part of the hashtag Berry Season Sal that we're doing. I've seen a lot of people already start these. Some people already done a couple of them. They stitch up quick. So I'm checking the hashtag, I'm following that. You can also use hashtag Erica Michaels Designs, and Linda Stoltz of Erica Michaels will see them. So I'm excited to finally have this one going. All right. So I started with the one with the bird. And this one I used 32 count platinum Lugana. I'm going to be doing all of mine on 32 count Lugana because that way they'll all finish the same size. And that's kind of what I've been using for all of my berries. Now, this right here is one too much up. I'm gonna leave it. I had done, there's a little, you can't even see it on here. There's like a little leaf under the branch and I had that too much one up. So then when I did the question mark, I counted off that. So it's also one up. I ripped the leaf out because it was gonna hit the branch, but I think I'm just gonna leave the rest. So there is my bird. Fabric wise, I've had a couple of people ask what I'm using. So that one is platinum. For the spring one, I may change my mind and just pull a white or an antique white, but right now I have a piece of cream for that. And then the rabbit, I wrote them down. This is Silver Moon, and it's probably gonna look white, but it's a very, very pale gray. So those 3 colors I thought looked nice together because, you know, you'll kind of display them as a set. So Berry Season Sale officially underway. I'm really excited that everyone is starting. I feel like we've been talking about it forever. That said, I need to talk about it for a little bit. I have a few updates for you. So I'm using the called for colors. I believe I had them all. There's a few DMCs and some of the Fancy Floss. I don't know what bag my scissors were in. Probably the Crow because that's my car project. That's where they are now. So, Berry Sal update. We'll start with Carla with the charts. Carla at Cobweb Corner is doing the 10% off charts if you use the code HDBerry, which I'll put below. It's 10% off just the 4 seasonal charts. I believe, and I didn't check this morning, summer, autumn, and winter she has some in stock. Spring, she had to order again directly from Linda Michaels because Hoffman sold out again. So spring has been the one that's been a little harder to get in and stay in. So I believe the other 3 seasons are in stock. The pins are on order. She's waiting for those to ship. So in stock. There is the waiting list if you want to be notified when they get in stock. And then something to keep in mind, if you signed up for the waiting list and then you're like, oh, I changed my mind, I'm just gonna get this one, or I signed up for all the pins, I'm just gonna start with 1 or 2 packs. When you get an email saying, you know, from the waiting list, this item is now back in stock, in that email, should have pulled mine up, there's a spot where you can take your name off the waiting list, so that way Carla will know, you know, how many to get in. If you're good, if you were able to, if you picked them up at your LNS, if you have one, right? Like, okay, so here's mine saying it's back in stock. This is an automated notification. Right under there it says, click here to remove yourself from the waiting list. So you can click out of that, and that way you'll know, I don't need these updates. I'm already good to go. Okay, that's it for the charts. Now we'll talk wool. So the spring bundle from Ruby Mountain Dye Works is already in. I mentioned before that when she has all 4 sets dyed, she will offer a bundle pack with a 15% discount. If you're getting them as they go, or you're just getting like 1 or 2 because that's all you're doing, the summer berry pack is now available. So this is the pack where we have 4 of the 5x7 pieces of wool, and then 4 of the smaller pieces so that we could have all the colors. There were a lot of called for colors in this pack. So here are the little pieces. So that's like a creamsicle orange. I had her put in a bright pink, a flamingo pink. This isn't called for, but I thought we needed one more color to fill up these little bits. And it matches like the beach ball one. There's a flamingo on it. I just thought it would be fun for people to play with. A green and a darker brown. That darker brown is used on this one here with the darker green. So then there's the darker green, like a sandy, beachy color, a purple, and like a periwinkle. This one's looking way more blue on camera, or purple on camera than it is. So those go, right here's the blue, there's the green and the brown. This one has the light brown, the periwinkle, the green, the orange. You could use the pink in here. So it's available. I'll put a link below directly to the seasonal berry stuff on Carla's site, as well as the wool on Ruby Mountain. And now, there. So we can get to finishing. So my plan is I'm going to finish stitching the springs, and then when I'm sewing them up, I have the tutorial out for finishing. So what I think I'm going to do is get them like sewn and gathered so they're in their berry shape. And then I will record a video of me making the toppers and kind of how I want to layer up my toppers. So that's my plan. Oh, actually, I can show you the pins. I had ordered 3 sets of the pins, and then Carla sent me the other 3 sets as a birthday present. So I actually have all the pins. The spring berries call for 2 different, and again, the pins are a bonus. You don't need to use them, but you can if you want. Summer, autumn has 1, and then winter had 2. Emmy's in there making noise. I love these pins because they're easy to put in. You don't have to sew anything. You just stick them in. You can take them out when you're storing things if you want to. They're just really nice. Flipping my page. I think we're good. Yeah, so we will move on now past berries to the giveaways from last week. which now that I use that Oology chart, they're probably out of order. So last week for the giveaways, we had 7. The first 2 were from Carla, and then the other 5 charts were some that people had sent in. I commented on all of the winners' comments yesterday. I drew them and commented because the computer was free. I haven't heard from anyone yet, which is unusual with that many. So I'm wondering, sometimes when you comment on YouTube with an email address, YouTube doesn't like your comment and it doesn't show. Like it flags it as junk and it doesn't show. So if I say your name and you didn't get anything from me, leave a comment saying, you know, oh, I didn't hear from you, and I'll shoot you my email address. I don't like to put my email address down in the description box because that's when you get all the, let's work on a project, right? You get all like the junk from people, so. Or you can reach out on Instagram if that's easier. I am eastcoast.crafter, so. All right, my handwriting was not very good when I put these down, so hopefully. Fractor Flowers, number 1, goes to Stitch Addict, S-T-Y-C-H. The Oology chart, Carla Roberts. Those 2 were from Carla at Cardboard Corner. All Our Troubles, number 3, Jennifer Garrison. Dog Lessons, Anne McGrew. Autumn, Pixie Girl Studio. September, Gigi Williams. And Homestead was Nancy Fisher. So thank you to everyone who commented. Again, if I called your name and there's nothing there, let me know. And I'll make sure we get in touch. Couple purchases, oh, we gotta do this week's giveaways. They got moved. So this week's giveaways. Please be over 18. You need to be over 18 so you can legally give me your address. I would appreciate it if you're a subscriber. This week's giveaways, again, are from Cobweb Corner. Go check out Carla's Flosstube. Carla, for her birthday, just posted, I think she posted it yesterday. She turned 60 this year, and she's like, it's a milestone birthday. She posted 60 charts for 60 years, and she went through her inventory, and she pulled out 60 of her favorite charts, all of them from different designers. There's now a couple more charts on my wish list. So that was like really, some of them are older, some of them are ones I hadn't seen before. So that was a fun thing to do, and it was fun to watch. So this week we have 2 more spring charts. Primrose Cottage Stitches, Spring Wishes. For this one, if you're interested, use the word wish. And then the second, this is a heart and hand. It's their Doodles Spring. If you're interested in this one, use the word bloom, B-L-O-O-M. Again, please don't say giveaway or win or any of those words. And then we have 2 bonus charts again this week that viewers had sent in and said, actually both of these were people who said, I bought 2 of these. Can you give one to someone else? We've all done that. They're both berries. So, nativity berry, if you're interested in this one, use the word nativity. And a set of the coveted autumn berries. If you're interested in this one, say autumn. And I will draw for those in my next video. All right, little bit of purchases this week. When Carla sends charts for you, she also sends a couple charts for me. And I got the Heart and Hand, Big Hearted Tiny Town, which a lot of people are starting this chart. It's a really, really cute one. I still need to get the Christmas one on the back. And I also got a Doodles. This is Winter. This one just came out. I love that box. Then I placed an order with Abby at Top Knot because she had some fabric. She was going through stuff, probably making room for market. And she's like, I found a box of fabrics. that I hadn't photographed and put on the website. So I photographed them and put them on the website. So she had some Luganas. One of them is from Mystic, and I've never tried their Lugana. I know I've mentioned before, Lugana is new to me. I'm mostly an Ada stitcher. So sometimes the hand dyes, because the holes tighten up, are harder for me. So I thought, well, I'm gonna grab this. She had a small piece. I'm gonna grab it and see what the holes are like. So I got a piece called Big Sky. It's from Mystic. It's a beautiful blue. This is a 28. I didn't want to go with a 32. I said, let's go with a 28. I can definitely stitch on this. It's not too shrunk. And then this one, this bag was open. This is called Dove. Again, a 32. It's a Witchold. I might use it for this berry. This berry is called for something I don't have. Summer. Oh, it's Storm from Picture This Plus. I know full well, I've had a piece of their Lugana before. That one shrinks. So I think I'm gonna use this. It's Dove. It's a Witchold. But it's nice and soft. Sometimes the Witcholds are not as soft. And she had some clearance charts. I grabbed snowman and house ornaments because I really wanted that snowman. I have the other set. There were 2 sets of these, so that now I have all of those. And then I am in the Color and Cotton floss of the month. And mine just came yesterday, so if you haven't gotten yours and you want to be surprised, just look away for a quick second. I'm just going to hold them up. I'm in the 10 skein all colors. And this is what I got this month. So they're really pretty. Okay, they're down. So that's those. A couple of things to mention, and I meant to mention both of these things last video and forgot. 2 of my main stitchers, my local stitchers, have started a new channel together. Kathy and her sister-in-law Missy, and their channel is called 2 Needles Pulling Thread. They're from Western Maine. Kathy's been in my stitching group for a long time. Missy will be in my stitching group as soon as we were able to get back together. She wasn't able to make it when we met over the summer, so I haven't actually met Missy in person. Their first video, they had some technical problems with the upload, so it's a little fuzzy, completely watchable, but they just posted their 3rd video this weekend. It's always fun when there's 2 people on a video, and they have very different stitching styles, so that's nice. You get to see double the charts. So check them out. I'll link them below. And then Hillary, who is Rustic Threads Stitches. She used to just be Rustic Threads, and she had to restart her channel because YouTube. So it's Rustic Threads Stitches. She has started something you might have heard about. I know Pam and Steph mentioned it. She had an idea. It's called Stitch Kit Pass, where once you've stitched a chart, you kit it back up and then pass it on to a friend. So she had a video where she talked about all the details of that, which I will link below as well. Yeah. One more thing. I decided to monetize my channel. You may have noticed that there's some ads on it. I had noticed the last few months, when I go to comment back on your videos, I'm usually doing it on my phone. So I go in just like I'm watching the video and then can go through and comment. Well, when I would go into my videos, there were ads on them. Like, shouldn't be ads on them. I'm not monetized. I'm like, maybe it's because I'm watching the same one, like over and over, right? So I asked Carla, I'm like, Carla, have you noticed ads on my videos? So she said, I went through some of your older ones and yeah, there's ads on them. So my husband did a little digging and YouTube updated their terms of service in November and now can basically put ads on people's videos. So I thought, well, if they're putting ads on them anyway, I might as well monetize, and that way at least I get paid for it a little and I have control over it. I can choose, and I will always choose, the at front videos skippable. So they won't pop up in the middle, they shouldn't pop up in the end. And then I'll use that for like postage for giveaways and things. So that's why that is there. That's all I have stitching wise, but if you got a minute, I have a funny story. So today at my son's school is there's Spirit Week. and today was Dress from Your Favorite Decade. This is a glimpse into what I grew up with and how my life is. So we went down to the basement and I'm digging through my stuff. I went there because I was telling him I had one of those giant New Kids on the Block buttons and he thought I was crazy and didn't know what I meant. But some of you do, and mine was Joey Joe. I know it's in the basement. Couldn't find it. Digging through my box of stuff, my box of junk that my husband calls it. And I pulled out my high school, it's not a Letterman jacket, but my high school jacket, right? It was corduroy. We were the Tigers, so it's black with like orange buttons and the orange, like the cuffs. It's got your year on the side and your name on it. It's classic. It's a classic. And I said, ooh, you could wear this tomorrow and represent the 90s. So he did. He pulled it on and he was like, yeah, what are these cuffs? Because it has the elasticy cuffs. I said, well, that's so that it doesn't go like over your arms. I don't know, man, they're just because it's orange and it looks nice. So he has it on and then I'm like, is one of them a little stiffer than the other? And he looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, well, when I had first gotten this jacket, it was like brand new and it was either Easter or Christmas. I don't know which holiday. My brain isn't that good. It was one of them. Because we were going to my grandmother's. We would cook the turkey at our house. And then my mom and dad would pick it all off the bone and we put it in like cake pans, cover them up with foil and bring them over there and reheat because there were so many of us. There was no carving of the turkey. We ate in shifts. So like it had to be ready. So I was helping carry the stuff in and I had the turkey and I must have tipped just right and I got turkey juice all down my cuff of my brand new jacket. And it got really stiff, and we washed it, but it was stiff. And my mom never let me live it down. So I told my son this. And then I took a picture of him in it and I sent it to my mom and my sister. And I said, it's a good thing I held on to this jacket for 26 years because now it's back in style and he's going to wear it tomorrow. Sent my message. And I said to them, my husband, I said, okay, if my mom doesn't tease me about the turkey juice, I'm going to be disappointed. Making dinner, ding, check my phone, and I quote, does it still smell like turkey? So that's the teasing I'm used to. And I'm sure the teasing I'm passing on. I told her she made my day. I said, I knew the turkey juice. And no, now it just smells like basement. All right, I believe that is it, you guys. I will stop rambling and I will see you in 2 weeks. It should be. So have a great stitchy day. Bye.